Hey, Alex, welcome to Pop Rock Radio. How you going?
Good man, thanks for having me. How are
Uh,
you?
I'm great. I'm great. Hey, just so people know, if anyone scans that little QR code on the screen, that will go to your YouTube channel, so people
Neat.
can go there and um, they can check out the videos for Ripcord, which is an amazing video, which we'll get to that in a bit. Um, all right,
Awesome.
now you're from Perth and you've shifted over to Melbourne.
This is correct.
Was it a while ago? Is there a good enough reason for doing that?
It's coming up about 10 years,
Yeah,
and same reason I think a lot of people do. It was like I love Perth,
yeah,
still love Perth. Love to come back as often as I can. Um, just needed to uh, change my surroundings,
yeah,
I guess. Turns out what I really needed to change is all of the internal things, but
yeah,
know, the stress and pressure of the move definitely forced that into happening, which was it was a good thing.
yeah. All right. Well, tell us about Ripcord because I believe it's taken a long time to get produced. It started.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell us all about it because it started before COVID and it's only not long been released.
yeah. I mean, there was lots of stops and starts with lockdowns. Obviously, locked out of the studio.
Yep,
Then there was also sort of personal issues. I was struggling a lot with my mental health and with addiction,
yep,
and so there was like a fair few times where I had to make a conscious decision to pause it because I
yep,
cared about it a lot. I wanted to put the best of myself into it as opposed to, this sort of shadow version that had been walking around for a long time.
yep.
So I feel really good about it being out now. I've been sober for 3 years,
Oh, congratulations.
which just goes to show how long how long
Yeah,
the song's been in the.
yeah.
It's part of a larger body of music as well, all of which I'm like really excited to get out there.
Yep. So now it says you got inspiration from people like Bruce Springsteen, The Clash, Cyndi Lauper. Tell us how did the creation of the song come about? How did you write it? When did you write it? And give some
So
insight
I
into
was
the
doing
actual
this.
song. Yeah.
Sure, I was doing this thing. It was a program through the studio that my friend John Grace worked at the studio. It
Yep.
was owned by a guy called Tom Larkin, who
Yep.
plays drums in Shehad, Kiwi band Shehad.
Yep. Yep.
Um, he's kind of a bit of a wealth of knowledge and experience in terms of like the music industry.
Yep.
Shehad had been at it for what, 30, 35 years or something.
Yep.
And he would run this thing through the studio where he'd get a bunch of younger songwriters and bands through and just basically try and tell them everything he knew.
Yep.
And part of that process was writing a ton of songs.
Yep.
Um, his theory sort of being that if you break down people treat songwriting as like a very elusive, very mysterious thing that like when a song like appears, it just appears. And while that is kind of true, it's also true that if like you're showing up at the same place every day to try and write a song,
Yep.
you'll be in the best like position to like catch that lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
Which is what I really learned from that experience. And Ripcord came straight out of that. It was one of I think 100 songs that I wrote in about 2 months.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a ton. I reckon about probably 15 of them are good enough to listen to.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah, it was
asked
just a really good.
we ask artists a lot of the time about the questions and how they write their songs, and they just said exactly like you do. They'll write a ton of songs, and they'll only get a handful of good ones. They say the rest are crap, and they just throw them away. Don't want to ever hear them again. But
There's definitely something to it. And the other good thing about doing that is, I mean, you can come back to something years later
yeah,
that you thought was trash and be like, oh no, there's like you hear it with fresh ears, and when you're not as precious about it and you're not as like sort of afraid to just get in and get your hands dirty,
yeah,
chances are you're going to come up with stuff that's usable.
yeah,
And occasionally strike on something that's like really, really special.
yeah. That's really good when you can find someone who's willing to mentor you through a music journey. But when they actually sit down and do it with a lot of people, that's something special. Like I know Cav Temple from Eskimo Joe, he does it over here in WA as well. It's really good to see the musicians getting in there to do a bit of mentoring.
It's literally the only place to get that kind of knowledge from. Like,
Yeah.
it's such an opaque industry that you look at these people on stage playing to thousands of people, and it just seems like such a impossible jump to get from where you are to where they are. It's like when someone takes the time to impart a bit of their wisdom or their experience on people who are where they once were, it's really invaluable.
It's really good because we need that for the music industry, especially I find that we need that with pop music as well, because pop music in Australia is, well, the radio stations don't play Australian music very much at all. And so trying to get a pop artist, Australian pop artist, unless you've made it big over in the States, they won't touch you. They won't look at you. We've got hundreds of interviews with artists all saying the same thing about getting airplay. That's leading me to my next question. Have you been getting airplay with Ripcord?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Have you got it on
there's
AMRAP?
been like,
Is it on AMRAP?
it is on AMRAP. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have access to AMRAP anymore. They keep kicking us off. We sneak in there and then they kick us off.
Weird.
Yeah.
What did you do?
We're not a proper because we're an internet-based radio station, so we don't broadcast terrestrial signals out to the world.
Right.
So we can't. They won't let us do it. But we still pay the same licensing.
AMRAP.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, it is on AMRAP. I don't know how to check, if it's been played or not. I don't know if that is something you can do. It probably is.
Yeah. I think you can. Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, maybe not a lot of radio play, but
what I've got to get
response.
you to do after we finish here, I'll get you to send me a copy of an MP3 so I can put it on our station, because I don't want to rip it off YouTube or anything, because it doesnn't get all
no
the
worries, man. I'll send you a Dropbox link.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We can get it on there, because it's like I was sitting here watching the video clip and listening to it earlier on today. That's why I thought maybe the release was taken so long to come out, because the video clip is it's a really great little video clip you got going there.
To be honest, the video clip was probably the easiest and the most condensed in terms of time. We filmed it in a weekend. It was 2 days of shooting, and then the wonderful people at Wendy House Productions, my friends Jack, Helen, and Jordan, had it to me within a month or two.
Yep.
So yeah, that was actually a really easy and enjoyable process. Smooth.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, wicked, because it goes. I think on YouTube it goes for about just over 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 18 seconds. It's really.
Because we got a little credit sequence at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like a Prime Paramount Plus TV show. They go for half an hour and 29 minutes of its credits.
yeah. Credits and makings of BTS stuff.
Yeah. So, all right, tell us what else you got coming up? Do you have any other tracks coming out?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Ripcord is part of a 5-track EP that's all ready to go. Just sort of trying to stagger the release a bit to attempt to manufacture some sort of momentum, some sort of build. So there'll be another single, then the EP, then I'll get to work recording more stuff, and
wicked.
Absolutely promise that it won't take another 5 or 6 years to do it.
Yeah. Are you going to get out touring, doing some shows?
Yeah, we'd love to. This is why I look so sweaty and terrible, because I've come out of a hot practice room. We've got a launch show for Ripcord in Melbourne this weekend. That's the last show we have booked for a while. And then after the EP comes out, hoping for first half of next year, first quarter maybe.
Yep.
We'll be looking to do some tours off the back of that. I can't wait to come back to Perth with this band and with this music. Most of my favorite people live in Perth, so
you need to get a band to pick you up and take you along on a tour, because it's bloody expensive to get across here.
It is, but I mean, all my family's still there, so at least we could have some free accommodation, I guess. But borrow some gear from mates and stuff. We'll figure it out.
Cool. What are you north or south of the river in Perth?
In Perth, I was the hills. I was
right,
out
yep.
like Kalamunda way.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Beautiful area. Beautiful area. Whereabouts in Victoria?
Is yeah.
Where are you now?
Right now I'm like northwest.
Yeah.
Pasco Vale.
Oh yeah.
Not my favorite place that I've lived here, but the rent is cheap and house has enough space for a bit of a studio, so
That's wicked. Yeah.
it's a worthwhile compromise.
All right. What we're going to do now, I'll get you to pick one or two.
Let's go two.
Let's go two. All right. I've got 10 questions here. This is for our Get to Know Alex. 10 questions. These are 10 questions that no other grown adult will probably ask another grown adult. I've really got to refresh these because these are getting old now. But question one, what was your favourite subject at school?
It definitely wasn't music. I constantly got kicked out of music class. I was fighting with my music teacher all the time. I'm going to say English.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, are you Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Wars, beautiful.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, Maccas or HJs?
Maccas.
Yep. If you have a celebrity crush, who is it?
Oh, that's a great question. It's a bit of a weird one. So his name's John Bernthal.
Yep.
He was in The Walking Dead. He played Shane in The Walking Dead. And he's also in The Bear. He's like the guy's dead brother.
Yep.
He was also the Punisher.
Yep. All right.
I'd say him. I'd also probably say Florence Pugh.
Yep.
Midsummer's one of my favorite movies, and I love that sad, happy face.
Yeah. Okay. Would you be a Swiftie or a Katy Perry fan?
Swiftie.
Yep.
Not would be yet.
Yeah.
I literally am. Yeah.
All right. Have you ever broken up with anyone via text?
Hell no.
No. Okay. How old were you when you knew you wanted to be an artist?
6.
Yep. Your star sign?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. All right. What is something only you do that makes you you and unique?
What a crazy question. Something only I do.
Yep.
I feel like everything I do is stuff only I would do. Right? Like, I write my songs. No one else writes those.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can come up with on the spot. I'm going to be thinking about this question all night.
No, that's all right.
Only I do.
That's all right.
I kiss my bird on the mouth. I feel like that's something that only I do. I mean, an actual bird, not like a slang term. For
Yeah.
Not me bird. I mean my actual parrot.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
If you were a car, what car would you be?
Look, I think if I was like thinking aspirationally, I'd be like a Land Cruiser troop carrier.
Yep.
But really, I'm probably just like a Corolla. I'm like simple but reliable, you know.
Yeah, I asked I asked someone that question, and Anthea Basher, I asked her what it was, and she come back. She said she was a Jeep, really good looking but unreliable.
It's a way better.
I love it. Every time I get that question, I always remember that as like that is so great. So, all right, Alex, what we'll do at the end of the interview, I'll put a clip, the video clip at the end of the interview, so people can watch Ripcord and get it stuck in their head. They can scan the QR code, which will take them to your YouTube channel, and we'll put all links to everything that we can find on you in the descriptions as well. So thank you very, very much for joining us on Pop Rock Radio. It's been great taking a couple of minutes out of your time and chatting to you about the music and about yourself.
No worries, man. It was awesome talking to you. Thanks for having me.
No, anytime. We look forward to it, and hopefully if you can get over to WA, let us know so we can come and check you out at your show and
absolutely will.
Get it going. Too easy. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
precipice. I'll pull you in close and then we kiss. You should get to know me. I only wanna show you something good. The world's got me cornered in the corner of your lips. Just pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the record. Just pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the record. Just pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the record. Just pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the Just pull on the record. Pull on the record. Pull on the record. Just pull on the record.
How was that?